So I think that I can play now to see how. So I'm gonna be a droid. Let's see who gets in. So hopefully, you know, this time the video will not get copyrighted. Okay, somebody's shooting at me. Yeah, somebody's on there.
Ready for departure. Prepare to take on that Venator.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I am as impressed as my programming allows.
So yeah, the Book of Boba was, we have basically no Boba this time. And
Once on board the Republic
it was,
ship,
I like the episode a lot. That's what I will say. There was a lot of lore in that episode. You know, it started from the beginning. It reminded me a little bit about the Rocky, kind of like, you know, freezer, room freezer. It was really interesting how, you know, the Mandalorian was, you know, going back to bounty hunting and you know, going back to his roots. I don't know, it must be that he misses Grogu a lot, and because he misses Grogu a lot, you know, he's trying to find back, you know, the original set of Mandos, the you know, the ones that found him when he was a kid and gave him the opportunity to become, you know, follow the Mandalorian culture. And that's why he says, you know, he's basically a religion, you know. You know, he even mentions that in the episode, you know, when he's trying to get into the, you know, into the cruise. Hey, Christian Fandom Geek, how you doing? Yeah, I'm just playing a little bit of Battlefront and talking a little bit about Mando, you know, not Mando, the Book of Boba. That was more like a Mando episode, you know, it was basically Mando chapter 17. It was refreshing to see, you know, Mando back, because I think, you know, they're Disney doing a great job with the Mandalorian universe, you know, Filoniverse. Yeah, it's a great job that they do. Yeah. Can you hear me, Christian Fandom Geek? Can you hear me? Let me text it here just in case you cannot hear me. So it sounds good. Okay, yeah, thanks. Thanks. Yeah. Did you like the episode? You know, I as an episode, I put it 9 out of 10 for me. You know, um, you know, it was well done, and um, I'm very happy with what they did. They spent a lot of time. There was definitely a budget for it. You know, that you can tell that there was more budget on this episode than the other ones. Um, and you can tell because of the quality, you know, the way the CGI was, and oh, so sorry, I didn't want to do spoilers, but yeah. So you know what happened? Okay. So yeah, I was gonna talk of spoilers in this because I just wanted to give my kind of like my impression, and I like it. I like it a lot because you go back to to the Mandalorian kind of like style of episode that everybody liked. It's well known that it's kind of like the best Star Wars TV that we had gone since Disney bought Star Wars from George Lucas. So that episode was really good, and I think they're gonna be greater things in the next episode. I think probably Luke will show up because right now Grogu is with Luke. So if he's with Luke and Mando's gonna try to go back and find it, I think it's very likely that he's gonna at least show up, even if it's just for a minute. He needs to show up because it doesn't make sense, that if he's trying to find Grogu, that Grogu's alone, because he's not alone. He's with Luke, and that's what it makes sense to me that will happen. So yeah. Yes, I think at the end, like you're saying, everything will culminate in a big movie once they develop the other shows. But for now, they need to finish with the Book of Boba. Whatever they do, I don't know if they're gonna go back to the actual Boba Fett theme that it should, but I don't know. That's a good thing to see next. What you think? Yeah, more Luke will be awesome because that was the response. More than a year ago, it changed the internet. The internet went nuts when that happened. Yeah, these guys are good here. So So Darth Maul is with me here. Yeah, it will be interesting to see what happens, but it's very likely that Mando needs to bring the little present to Grogu. If once you see it, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. There was something that was forged for him, and Sebastian Stan as Luke. Do you notice? Well, you haven't seen the episode. There was the appearance of the guy who actually was behind, Luke. That Luke had that CGI kind of like face, so he could look like he was younger. But the actor who was actually making the motions, the double, was actually one of the X-Wing pilots that was shown in this episode. So that's another thing that tells me that it's very likely possible that that Luke will show up in the next episode 6 of the Book of Boba. So Yeah, you need to see it, man. You need to get a chance to see that episode because there was a lot of lore there. You're gonna really enjoy it. Yeah, I got this guy. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Tough. But yeah, you need to. Hey, Alan. How you doing, Alan? Yeah, I was just talking around, a little bit about the episode while playing, just for a little bit. Uh, yeah, and yeah, you can also another part that I like about the episode is the struggle that Mando had with, holding up the lightsaber, the dark saber. It was not easy for him because he's not in tune with 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 the requirements of, holding out the dark saber. So there's a lot of learning that he needs to, happen to him for be able to be proficient with the dark saber. So it's gonna be very interesting what happens in the next episode. Yeah. And also I like that the armor was giving a little bit of a, history lesson to the audience about the story of the Darksaber and what happened to Mandalore. Yeah. So Alan, you still there? Do you watch the, if you're there, do you watch the episode? I hope. Yeah. For me, it was a 9 out of 10. The only reason I give the 9 out of 10, and it's because of personal preference, is because I was hoping that at the end, Boba would show up with Fennec Shan, for to talk to Mando. That's the only thing. Everything else is okay with me. Otherwise, it's basically a almost perfect episode. Yeah. Yeah, this is, oh man. Who was that? Anakin? Wow. See, the thing about this game is that the Jedis are overpowered. I always says that. Too overpowered. Yeah. Oh man. Let's see. Uh-oh.
So we may return and provide you a chance at redemption.
Yeah. Oh, so you gotta, yeah. How about how you reacted? Did you scream? Yeah, I can. Yeah, yeah. It was a great entrance. It was a great entrance. That's all I can say. And it showed a lot of stuff. I like the fact that he misses Grogu. So it means that there's the fatherhood aspect, the honor aspect. There's a lot of stuff there, a lot of lore. So yeah, I got this guy. This game actually is hard, especially with this. There's a lot of movement that you need to happen, but yeah. And the possibilities of the cameos in the next episodes is awesome. So, so what was your favorite part? Do you have one specific part that you like the most out of the episode, or yeah? Yeah. I'm very excited about it because I think that's gonna help Grogu, especially when he's trying to, um, you know, have a duel with some other Jedi, dark side user. I would say, somebody else that has a lightsaber. So he's gonna have protection.
Master Yoda has
It's gonna be
joined the
interesting.
forces.
I wonder if they're gonna ever give him a helmet, a Mandalorian helmet. That would be cool. Because he's gonna outgrown that gift eventually. So,
The Republic is capturing Command Post X.
oh, so yeah, were you expecting, them to forge something to Grogu? You know, but the thing is, like, I wonder what's gonna happen with the,
Executable dictates that you'll capture the command posts.
with the original Mandalorians, if they're gonna, give, Mando a chance because they basically just don't want to,
A Sith Lord has
deal with him
joined us.
anymore.
All is here.
Yeah,
Our forces have secured Command Post X.
you know. Let's see. Yeah, and wow, all the Easter eggs that episode had, especially the episode one, you know, there was so much there, and also the Easter egg to for Terminator, that flashback to Mandalore. I think that was very well done. You can tell that they had a lot of money and budget to do that there. Um, so I'm pretty sure that the budget was kind of offset to the end, and we're gonna see probably high quality, you know, a movie quality, state of the art, uh, situations in the next two episodes. Um, yeah. What are you more excited about? Which one is do you is you prefer to have the number one cameo to be Luke? I guess I want to see Luke train a little bit Mando so he can handle the dark saber because definitely. Hey, Captain Trek, how you doing? Trying to learn how to stream from my PS5 and look at my laptop for the chat because I don't have a capture card, so this is the way I can do this.
I find that
And it seems to be working, so at least I can do this. Yeah, it's I saw a little bit of your stream this morning. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of playing a little bit of Battlefront 2 and just talking a little bit of the episode of the Book of Boba. And yeah, this game. Oh, that was Obi-Wan. Yeah, I'm doing good. How you doing? Doing fine? Yeah, do you like the episode, the chapter, you know, the latest chapter of the Book of Boba? Yes, Alan, and I agree with you. We need to see Mando being, trained by Luke just a little bit, just to give some tips, because obviously Mando is not he's not a force sensitive being that we know at this point, but it could be that changes. Yeah, and if that changes, it will be cool. Or it could be the starting point for that to happen. We don't know. It could be really cool. It could be that, that Mando needs to tune himself with the Force in order to properly use the Darksaber, but there have been other wielders of the Darksaber that they're not Force sensitive beings, right? So I don't know if he just needs to let go of certain things and kind of train himself with the help of Luke to, do better with Darksaber. So, yeah. Yeah, it will be. It's definitely gonna be interesting, and yeah, the modifications to the ship, it was really good. The N1 Naboo Starfighter, wow, that was that was really good because they took out all the yellow aspects of it, the original, and they make it more Mandalorian-esque, if you want to call it. It's more like, kind of like metal, kind of Beskar-like appearance. It's more Mando. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, it's Yoda. I'm dead. I'm dead. Yeah, it's a nice ship. Yeah. Yeah, I was telling on the back to the other day that my theory, and I think I mentioned this before in one of these game streams, that I thought that if it were for me and I had the saying on how to do, the ending, my dream ending would be to basically, that Mando would have gone with Boba, and somehow, Boba, they get into trying to fight the spikes, and then suddenly Mando gets into trouble, and Grogu sends it, and that's how he was gonna go back and ask either Han Solo and Leia to bring the Millennium Falcon and drop them in Tatooine, so they could help Mando. But I don't think that's gonna happen anymore. What happened in the episode, because he's gonna go and visit Grogu. So probably what's gonna happen is that he's gonna go over there, he's gonna visit Grogu, and then that's when we're gonna see the cameo of Luke. That's what I think is gonna happen. But it's definitely something really interesting for next week, right? Yeah, it will be really interesting. But definitely this is gonna lead everybody to what's gonna happen in Mando season 3, or potentially Ahsoka. Yeah, do you imagine? Yeah, that's a possibility. I was thinking that we could. You imagine that Cal Kestis shows up too, because we saw a BD-1 droid. So I wonder what could happen. That's another possibility, because the BD, droid there. Why that one? You know what I mean? But it could be that there's more BD droids, around the galaxy. So it's just, I think that's the first time we see it in live action. After the after the game. Oh, Yoda! Wow. Do you play this game, Alan, at all? This game has been since 2017 and still strong. I think it's now better than what it was when it got released. So, BD2? Possibly. Could be. It's just that right now, after this episode, what kind of threw me off about the episode is that, it was Mando-centric. That's okay, because it was a great episode, but there's the only trace of Boba related stuff was that Fennec Shand show up, but that's it. Okay, let me throw some grenades there. Okay, we got it. So Darth Maul. Oh man, Yeah, this game you need to move fast because there's people everywhere. Hey, how you doing, Christian Fandom Geek? Oh, Leia Rose. Hi, Leia. I'm just talking a little bit about the episode. What was your favorite part, Leia, of the episode? Now that you're here, just put it on the chat and then we can talk about it. Yeah. One of the kind of like interesting. Hey, Leia. One of the interesting things is that the violence that was shown on those first minutes of the episode. Mando basically cut in half that guy. Was very violent for Disney standards. It was very similar to what happened on the first episode of season 1 of The Mandalorian. Remember when that guy in that bar, he got basically cut off in half. Yes, Cal Kestis will be a good cameo to have, or appearance, or it could be that he's with Luke already, because remember Luke is trying to build up his academy, right? And the first student, I don't know if Grogu was the first student. It could be that he already had students, because on the EU novels, like he built it up in Yavin 4, right? But this is not the EU, but it could be that he already had students, and Grogu was the new student of the academy, and he already had calculus, or as all the potential Jedi Knights or instructors for the academy. That's what I think. The possibilities are huge, in my opinion. But all this is gonna lead to to the Ahsoka and Mando season 3 and what's gonna happen next. Yeah, Ahsoka, that's a series that I'm looking forward to, because you're gonna see the action live action version of Tron, and that will be awesome to have. Yes, Leia, the slicing of the guy was something that I was not expecting, because everything else on the series before that, they haven't shown anything, as violent as that. In Mando, yeah, we have seen stuff like that, but in the Book of Boba, everything has been kind of toned down until now. Yes. Yes. Do you notice that one of the pilots is the actual double for Luke Skywalker, and he's the same guy. I noticed that. I don't know if you guys noticed that when they show that up, when the X-wings show up, because the other guy is the same guy from from season 1, and he also show up in the Frog Lady episode of the season 2 of Mando. So yeah, that will be. You did not notice? Okay, yes, I noticed that he's the double. He's the actual guy who actually does the double stunts on the entrance of Luke. I forget the actor's name, but yeah, he's the guy. So that's I noticed that, but the difference is that he has a little bit of Final Clutch shadow, and that's why he looked a little bit different. Yeah, but yeah, that was probably they gave him that because as a thank you, because he did the actual Luke Skywalker stun sequence there. So it's gonna be interesting. But that that Naboo starfighter is fast. Okay, let me be Yoda. No, Obi-Wan. I want to be Obi-Wan. Yeah. Equip. The only bad part is that I don't have. They took Luke. I wanted to be Luke. so I cannot be Luke. Somebody took Luke. I'm gonna be Anakin. We need one more. Yeah. Another thing that was that I like about the episode, it was that flashback to Mandalore and what happened there. I think that established now canon, and yeah, it's it's a classic. Yeah, it was funny when she hit the the actual starfighter. That one of the pieces fell off to the floor. That was funny. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I hoping that now that I took out the music, the stream doesn't get flagged with copyright because that happened to me the last two times. So I was reading about it, and that happens with this game, with Battlefront 2.
These canals are overflowing with your favorite showboats and their unquenchable thirst for celebrity.
What are you saying? What are you trying to say, Leia? That if it was true? Oh, Kylo. Oh, we died both. That was a double death. Oh wow. Let me be Yoda. Yeah.
The nice guys aren't finishing last this time.
Yeah. What part are you talking about, Leia? I'm not sure what you're referring to. You talking about the bombing of Mandalore? Well, if it happened,
Relax. Foolproof plan for my specialty.
yes, I believe that part. That's true. That's part of the Mandalorian history. Yes. What she was saying there is basically what the history about the Darksaber. It needs to be won in combat, and if you don't win it in combat, you cannot hold hold the Darksaber and use it. Then you're not a valid, Mandalore per se. So, yeah, that's true. So it means that Bo-Katan was holding that lightsaber without proper, credentials, if you want to call it that. She needed to. Yeah, I got this guy. Oh, come on, Yoda. You can do this. Use the Force. Come on, Obi-Wan. Yes. So yeah, there was a lot of what I like about that. It was that part of a little bit of history of what, what happened in Mandalore. Yeah, but that was a homage to Terminator 2. If you with the 2K K2SO droids, they look like the Terminator robots. So that probably was done on purpose. Okay. Darth Maul is over there. Oh yeah. Oh no! Come on, heroic sacrifice. Yeah. So, what was your favorite part, Leah, of the episode? Let me get Oh, so you love seeing the history of Mandalore? Yeah. Yeah. That was something that we needed to have. That was unknown. I don't think that was never shown anywhere else. Oh no. Come on, look. Come on. Ah. Phasma kill me. Yes, I agree with you, Leah. The first part was awesome. I love that. It was refreshing because I think people were thirsty for Mando. I think Mando, he's still, the bounty hunter. That probably a lot of people were expecting from Boba, and it was refreshing to see him, full force like before. He doesn't back down. He knows what he needs to do to get his man or woman as a bounty. He will do whatever it takes. He's good at his job. So, yeah. Yes. Let me get Phasma here. Oh no, again. Yeah. Yeah. What is gonna be surprising is though. Oh, I also like the part when they follow the same track that Anakin did when he was doing pod racing. That was also good. I like that part. So yeah, it was really, really refreshing. It was basically they were like a tribute to Phantom Menace. Yeah, I thought that they were gonna get. Actually, I thought that Mando was gonna get this Naboo, ship that I'm right now. The Amidala one, but because this one is bigger, and he could have more there. So yeah, that would be this is bigger. He can put more cargo, and had all the stuff that he needs to do bigger jobs, but he's gonna be tied on the N1's, Naboo starfighter, so okay. Oh, Darth Vader's there. Come. Okay, we have the world between worlds here. Oh, and that's the other thing. The little things about the episode that I think the world between worlds will happen, and it's something that a lot of people is sleeping on too much. They don't think it's real, but it shows. There's things that the continuity doesn't make sense. Yeah, like I think there's a video by Coach that he released today that he goes into that in a lot of detail. I don't know if you guys have seen it. If you haven't seen it, check out the video from today from Echo Base, and Coach goes into certain things are on the continuity that can give you a hint that there's something going on. And I really believe that the world between worlds is gonna be a player. Yes. Yeah, I think they're telling this story so people are getting up to speed with what happened in Mandalore.
Everyone thinks they can take on a Jedi.
Yeah. Oh, that was too much firepower. Did anything surprise you guys from the episode? Did there's something that you were like, wow, you were not expecting? I honestly was expecting, Mando. Oh, boss. Oh. Yeah. As we're going back into the world between worlds to reset Star Wars. Yes. That happened. That happened when he took out Ahsoka from being killed from Darth Vader. Yes, Ahsoka show is gonna be really deep into the Jedi and into the world between worlds, because I think one of the symbols, I need to go back, but I think I saw. You did not expect Mando? Like, yeah, I was expecting him, but not at the beginning. But at some point in the episode, I was expecting Mando. But the surprising part was that he was from the beginning, and that was the unexpected part. But yes. Oh no. At least I got level up, but this was overpowering. Like the Emperor was right there with Darth Vader and Boss, and yeah, they were having a party here. Yes, we got Rey because of that, because of the world between worlds.
What kind of nonsense is this?
Yes, what I was not sure is that they're using the term New Republic. So I need to refresh and see, you know, in this canon, because I know that you have the Resistance, but it was the New Republic, you know. Also, so I need to check on that, because there's certain inconsistencies in the timeline.
Not an ugly lizard joke to be heard, as Boss silences the competition.
I know that you like Rey, right, Leah? So you like that character? Yeah. What happens is that I think the two timelines are gonna still exist. It's just that, you know, the sequels, I believe they're gonna stay the way they are. It's just that we're gonna have a new timeline, so they're gonna be both coexisting, but you know, they're not gonna be. I don't think anything's gonna be fully recon. It's just that there's just two timelines, and that will make possible for, you know, people to, you know, directors and showmakers to make different content. I still think that they should do something related to the X-wing, so you know, the Rogue Squadron. I wanted to see something on that, but that got canceled. So let's see. I really want to see what happens next. No, but I think if they keep everything, you know, the two timelines, Rey still exists in that time frame. It's just that, you know, in that timeline, Ahsoka is dead, and I think that will make sense, because on the Rise of Skywalker we hear Ahsoka's ghost talking to Rey, and if that's true, if that's true, then you keep that timeline, and they can make, you know, more movies with Rey if they want to, or, you know, Descendants, or I don't know if in that timeline Grogu, a version of Grogu exists too. I don't know. Oh, this is, by the way, if you haven't seen this, this is the Ewok mode. This is an Endor. This is the closest thing to a horror movie in this game. So you start as a stormtrooper, and if you die by one of the Ewoks, if an Ewok kills you, then you become an Ewok. It's funny. So the key is to.
This is the enemy! The rebels are allied with these monsters!
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's what I will hope they do. If they do the two different timelines, so that the twins can show up. that will make people that have grew up with the EU or they love the EU super happy. And if you keep the two timelines, then you can have different types of Star Wars fans, and there's gonna be content to anybody. And I think that will be the best way of, you know, please as much people as possible. You know, I think that will be the best thing that Disney could do. So they can, avoid, you know, further rebellions of the fandom. Because you have different, school of thoughts on the fandom, and that's okay. Everybody likes their own thing. There's nothing wrong, I will say, if you like certain characters. But by opening, the timelines, then you can create more content. And I think, yes, like I know that you like the sequels, and that's completely okay. I would love to get the new timeline so I can get more stuff that is kind of like in tune with the EU, because I really like the EU. I like the novels, and I think there's a lot of material that can be used there with Tron, and people are gonna go nuts when they go to when Ahsoka series starts to when they release Ahsoka, that's gonna be super good for a lot of people, because we're gonna see what it's like to be a great Jedi. She doesn't. Yeah, these Ewoks here, they appear all of a sudden, and this is super dark. Oh, you were. I was okay. So you were you were the first. You mean the 1977 one? You mean like the original Star Wars? Yeah, I was born that year, so I was 1 month old. I was 1 month old when it got released. So I saw them like later on when I remember seeing it for the first time. Probably I was 6, I think, if I remember right. Yes. Yeah, I love this map because it shows a side of Endor. It gives you a feel about it, and it's so bad that this game never got fully updated, because it has so much potential. You imagine that they have the updates for the Mandalorian and all this new stuff. They would have made more maps, more content, and that's why I keep playing this game, even though it's so old in terms of yeah. And when you play it with music, it's even better. But unfortunately, oh, I got caught. So now I'm gonna be an Ewok. So you were 13? Oh wow. So you were fully aware when you saw it. So did you went with friends, or your parents took you? Or because I remember that for me, because all those movies were already released by the time I actually realized what was a Star Wars. For me, the prequels were the ones that gave me the opportunity to do lines and all that. I was in college, and I remember doing lines for a bunch of friends. For a bunch. Oh, that's understandable. Yeah, so yes. Yeah, there was those characters are iconic, so people can identify with them. and you can see aspects of people's life through them. Yeah, let's see where are the stone servers. So you were 3, Alan. Oh, nice. Yes. Well, so you needed to wait a couple of years. You know, like. Yeah. So you were 3 when Star Wars came out. So So I guess I am the youngest. I am the youngling of the crew, I guess. But yeah, I was 1 month old. Yeah. Yeah, it's Star Wars is crazy how it unites a lot of people. Yeah, I'm looking forward to turn 4 on July 4th. Oh, okay. So that yes. I'm gonna play one more and probably end of the stream because I how the audio is coming out to you guys. It's coming out good, right? So this stream should be okay, and I should not get the copyright flag that I got with the other two because I don't have the music, so that's good. Yeah, yeah. I recommend. I saw Coaches and Nick's review. I kind of like that. It was really good. So the overall people like the episode. I think the only complaint that I hear from some people is because the fact that Boba didn't show up, they didn't like that. But to me, it bothered me just a little bit, but the episode was great. I don't have any issues with it. I'm happy because it was refreshing. It was really refreshing. Listen to the elders. That's funny, Leia. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward also to the meetup in Tennessee with the, especially because I want to see Coach and Nick, that would be cool to see, and I want to see other people, whoever goes there, basically spending a whole year since the events of the Mandalorian season 2 finale. It's kind of interesting, interacting with all of you guys. So meeting anybody from that group would be awesome. I hope Coach and Nick, or all the channels that are gonna be there that have the capability, they can live stream or do something so other people that cannot go to the meet, they can at least see what's going on or some parts of it. That would be nice. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the only thing about the new chip of Mando is that I think even though that it's fast, it's just that he cannot carry that much stuff. And he had a lot of equipment. So I wonder how he's gonna need to adapt for that. Remember in the Razor Crest, he was able to get bounties, multiple bounties, and have, them, encrusted carbonite, dispensers, and he could have a series, great amounts of them. That helps his job, right? Yeah. The Book of Mando. Yeah, exactly, Leia. You got it. But it was a great Book of Mando episode, in my opinion. So, yeah. And I think that from all the episodes, it's my favorite. Yeah, I got this guy. Yeah.
Ready for enemy charge.
Yeah. 10 for you, yes.
Our
Yeah.
forces
There's
are
a, I
making
heard
command
about,
post
you know, tens, a lot of tens.
All units rejoice. Count Dooku is here.
But yeah,
The clones have begun to capture
I think
command
also is that
post F.
we have different, you know, fans. You know, you got the OT fans, you have the prequel fans, you have the sequel fans, and it's really hard to please everybody. And it's understandable. People have different likes and they prefer certain things than others, and that's why I think that having the multiple timelines kind of like keeps the pain down for more people. Everybody will have the chance to get what they want.
Enemy target. Stop it.
Yeah. What do you mean, Leia? It will be probably be replaced in season 3 or 4. Yeah. Yeah, there's actually there was an episode, there was a series, I don't know you guys know about it. Oh, his chip,
The
yes.
Republic has begun
Could
to
be.
capture command post Pratt.
Yeah, he needs a bigger
Post
chip
Thorn is now under our control.
for, you know, bigger missions and all that.
Dooku has come to oversee the battle.
So that's a big possibility. I don't think he can. I don't know if he will give that ship to Grogu. Do you think Grogu eventually will grow up enough to like pilot a ship? I never saw Yoda in a ship doing, you know, he was always carry because he was too small, but in the prequels he was always a passenger, never a pilot.
Republic is securing command post Fett.
But yeah. Yes. That could be because that somebody could be interested in his in that starfighter because of the speed and, you know, escaping capabilities, because you saw when he just put that accelerator, the X-Wings were like, whoa. That was fast, and without using, you know, their, the light speed, you know, capability. Yeah. Definitely it's gonna be interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I hope that Amando gets a hold on how to handle the Darksaber, because the Darksaber is right now kicking his butt. Basically, he the Darksaber gets heavier and heavier every time he's trying to swing.
Capturing command post Fett.
But yeah,
Control of command post Fett
it's
has
gonna be
been
interesting
lost.
how the Book of Mando will end. Hopefully, it ends in a way that leads up to season 3 of Mandalorian and Ahsoka. Yeah. Yeah, as long as he has the Darksaber, yes. That's what's gonna happen. Whoever holds the Darksaber should be the new Mandalore. The question is gonna be Mando, is gonna be Boba Fett, is gonna be Bo-Katan. Right now it's Mando,
Online.
you know. And right now Mando is the one that I see with the most fighting skills. He even beat that other, you know, Mandalorian. He could have killed him with the Viper Blade if he wanted to. Well, I think that she died by Darth Vader in the timeline that Ezra doesn't pull her out. She was supposed to die there. And if she dies there, then creates the sequel trilogy timeline. Because none of what we see now on the Mandoverse would have happened in terms of, you know, everything. You know. Yeah. You know, like, yeah, meaning that Grogu will never be part of the new academy of Luke Skywalker. If he stays with Luke, that's the thing. I want to know what happens next. You know, if he comes back to Mando, I don't know. I wonder how much time has passed since the events of the season 2. If it's a year or it's more, that would be a good thing to know. Okay. I got killed. Yeah. What you would like to happen next? If it were like your decision, either one of you in the chat, what you would like to see on the next episode? If it were me, on the next episode, what I want to see is that Mando goes to get Grogu, and then when he goes there, we get the cameo from Luke. Then Mando tells Luke that, you know, he wants to bring the present to Grogu, and if he can give him some tips to how to use them, you know, the Darksaber, because he needs to help, you know, a friend. I don't know if he's gonna tell the name, because that's gonna be very curious, because you know how things end up between Boba and Luke. So that could be a good dynamic to see. So, well, yes, if you're talking about the other timeline there, yes, Ezra changed history, so Ahsoka would not be alive. Yeah, on that timeline, that's correct. But yeah, the Wars Between Worlds is something that people are really sleeping on. They're not thinking about it, and people are gonna be surprised when. I'm just waiting for that moment that definitely something happens, and I think I forget which. I think one of the videos that Coach did, he mentions that there was one novel that was in the Disney era, one of the novels that they show a different outcome to the Sarlacc pit with Boba, you know, and basically what happened on the show of Boba kind of reckons, you know, substitutes that outcome. So technically, that could be proving that there's two timelines, because that outcome from that novel is from the same sequel trilogy timeline, not the one that we're seeing on the Book of Boba and in Mandover and the Mandalorian. So it's gonna be really interesting. I got killed. Yeah. So let's see. This just has to be just a little bit more. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of streams digesting, analyzing this in more detail. I'm pretty sure we're gonna hear a lot more details on the Echo Base Network stream on Saturday. They're gonna go probably deep dive and seeing the new articles, and yeah, I'm looking forward towards that because you can hear the different opinions, and I'm pretty sure X-Wing in his channel he's gonna be also doing reviews. There's a lot of good content creators, Star Wars content creators, that they get very deep into the details, and I'm very happy that I am friends with them and I can enjoy their content. We're very lucky that we have a lot of people. A lot of people are very knowledgeable. Star Wars Obsession, he knows a lot too. I love all those streams. That's Obi-Wan. Where's... Yeah, and we haven't even talked about the book Obi-Wan. That's something that it needs to be done right. That's the one that Disney cannot have the luxury, doesn't have the luxury to mess up. Right now I'm reading the actual EU novel, and that book is really good. It's just, it could be a little bit hard to read because of there's a lot of Tusken background information there. So I think if there were people that didn't like the Tusken involvement in Boba, the book could be a little bit rough. But I like it because it's just that those EU novels were done so good, and there's so much lore there. So I'm happy with that. Oh, hello, Cobra Disney Jedi. Yes, you're correct. Kenobi will be a make or break for, yes, a lot of people. If Kenobi's not done right, they will get very upset. And it's understandable for some, if that's what they like, but yeah. I think one of the things is like I heard that they're gonna do the rematch, and that could be messing up with the with the OT timeline a little bit. If you want just to reserve yourself for the for the OT timeline, oh man, at least I killed this guy. Yeah. So, hey, Cobra Disney Jedi, what do you expect to happen in the next episode? Have you seen the latest episode of Mando? I mean, not a Mando, a Boba. If you haven't seen it, probably I spoiled it for you there. But some people call this episode the Book of Mando. And yeah, and it could be understandable if you just want to see it. There's no Boba in this episode, so it was the Book of Mando, but belongs to it's a chapter in the Mando, in the Book of Boba. So, and when you read a novel, like it sometimes happens that some of the major characters are not in a specific chapter, and if we go by chapters, it could happen. It's just that the bad thing, or the thing that is going against it is just you only have 7 episodes. Yeah.
Enemy forces are capturing
Yes, exactly. That's what I exactly was saying. That's what I gave it 9 out of 10. For me, it's a 9 out of 10 because everything was perfect. I just wanted to see Boba showing up with Fennec Shan at the end. That was the only thing. That's what I downgraded to 9. It wouldn't be perfect. Then I would be okay. That's okay. It was a Mando, but you know that Boba, show up for just a couple seconds. That would be good. Yeah. Yeah. So What is your rating for the episode, Cobra Disney Jedi? Do you give a out of 10? I know that for me was 9 out of 10. I know for Leia was a 10 out of 10. I forgot if Alan Copeland gave me a ranking. If not, just put it on the chat so I can remember. If I miss it, sorry about it, because I'm trying to play and talk at the same time. It's kind of hard sometimes to do, but I also put in my community tab. I put also the question, because I was kind of curious to see what people think about, oh, so you got a 10 out of 10, good. So yeah, we are lucky too. Oh, a 8.5 Milimoto, okay, I got you. Understandable, Do you think is the best episode of the series so far? To me, it is, because of the lore content that was given to us in that episode. There was so much information there that was not known that, yeah. And by the way, and I forgot the name of the actress. I should probably know this, but the director of the episode is the actress, the actress that is on the latest movies of Jurassic Park. If anybody on the chat knows the name of that actress, she is the director, and she did a couple of great episodes in Mando. She is a super Star Wars fan, and she grew up, I think she was a little girl, and I think it was her father that actually worked on the original movies, and she was basically growing up with that lore. And that's what you can see that on the episode. That there was basically, definitely the episode was a love letter for the prequels, especially the Phantom Menace. You can tell there was a lot of effort there. Briz Dollar Hour, Ron Howard's daughter. Yes, thank you, Cobra Disney Jedi. Yes, she did a great job. She did a great job. Yeah. That's what happens when you put people that loves the franchise. That, and as you know, Cobra Disney Jedi, that's what happened with Cobra Kai. That's why you always go back to Cobra Kai, showing what it should be done when you're trying to revitalize the franchise. And obviously, Bryce Dallas Howard, she loves Star Wars. And because she loves Star Wars, she took care of that episode. And she made sure it was to the standards, that are required for the fans. And, Yes, I hope so too. She, as far as I know, she does a great job. She does a great job. Yeah. Oh. It's Filoni. I think Filoni's gonna direct or wrote the next episode, so if there's any chance to see Ahsoka, could be next episode, but I don't know how she will fit in the storyline though. I see more now, Luke happening than Ahsoka. Because of the fact that Grogu is with Luke. That's what I think it will be. There's a high possibility that will happen. And if that happens, you're gonna see the internet breaking on next Wednesday. Because I think that's what's gonna happen. If he actually Luke appears again. And my biggest curiosity about that is if we're gonna see actually deep fake technology in this appearance instead of CGI for Luke. That would be that's my biggest curiosity. Yeah. Oh, overheating. Yes. So, yeah, she knows how to deal with Mandalorians. She takes care when the subject is about that. Yeah. Definitely a good director to have for this, for this series. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna be very excited if I see Luke next week. I'm gonna flip out. Because you imagine that we get a part that shows Luke with his green lightsaber, Mando with his dark saber, and we see Grogu's lightsaber. I will just go nuts if I see that happening. Okay, where's the action here? Oh, right there. Ah, no. I went to space. Yes, that could happen too. We could see Cat Bane next week. Do you think? Yeah, and that could be the duel. We could see Boba's, duel against with Cat Bane. Oh, I see a bot there. Any of the mods, if they can kill that bot, I will appreciate it. Yeah, well, that will be Leia. Oh, thank you, Alan. Yes. There's a lot of bugs going on the Star Wars, Where's... Yes, those bots are going wild, especially on... It happens a lot when, in the EVNs, live streams, we get a lot of opportunities to kill bots, especially when there's so many people there. And recently they have been having almost like 200 and something people, there's a lot of people that want to hear Star Wars stuff, Star Wars news. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great community, so to be at and be part of. Yeah, they do a great job trying to keep up, up to date with the latest news and everything, so. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Alan. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, so now that, before I end up this stream, I think 4 or 5 more minutes, what do you guys want to see for the ending of the series? If you were able, if you had the chance to make that episode, what would be the dream episode for ending Book of Boba. If you had all the power. Yeah, I would love to see a cameo of Han at some point. I would love to see that, and possibly Leia. And the icing of the cherry would be to have more baby Grogu. Yeah, but you can tell that they're hinting that Grogu is gonna be back because they cannot hint Grogu with the little gift that they kind of like prepare for him and not show it. That's what happened last week. They put the music of Mando. They needed to show Mando today, and they did. So I'm expecting Grogu next in the next episode. And if Grogu shows up, who is with Grogu? Luke. So it's very highly possible that that Luke and Grogu will show up in the next episode. So yeah, I think this will be for me. So I want to say thank you to everybody on the chat. Thank you, Alan, for getting that butt out of the chat. Thank you, Leia, for being here. Thank you, Cobra Disney Jedi. And who else was here? I think I don't want to miss anybody. I know Captain Trek showed up at the beginning, and thank you, Kristen Fandom Geek. Let me see who else was there. Christian, Captain Trek, Alan Copland, Leia Rose, and Cobra Disney Jedi. Yeah, thank you, everybody. And yeah, I'm gonna see when I'm gonna stream again. And like I always say, the truth is always available to you. You just need to go and find it. And may the force be with you always, guys. So let's see you next time. Thank you.